alerts, 9 to 5 work saga. God bless the life, Father Trife, travel the light. Balance the globe on flight, vocal pimp in the stroke. So you know how it go down, yo. Struggle the ghetto, yo. Metal throat, settle the dough. Live showbiz, the cannonball, weapon, men at arms, 4 section. Super intelligence, balance, benevolence, stinging nettle medicine. Crouch, tiger, dragon, craftmatic, posture, back, shift, catch this. Passes through the atlas. First class, diplomatic status, stagma, flagged in, overstanding the plan. Bar scan, identify, camera shot, streets watch, time X clocks. Punch lunch on the dot, 5 minutes to rock. So we blue block cruisers, old news, how we do.
Drop one rhyme, but every time I cross the thin line between yours and mine, see it's part of my design. Shifting paradigm, yin and yang combined. Must be out your mind. Thinking star would never shine. Props do. Focus with a hawk's eye view. I'm all that a plantain and some White House do. Getting spinach, Greenwich, ATL to Venice. Even Abercrombie figures open off this verbal elixir. Magnetic attraction, raw as Millie Jackson. Straight opening the captions. Here comes a Hicks and Braxton. Lyrical contraction, delivery reaction. It started with a passion, that's just the way it happens. Born with umbilical cords strapped to cords, won't drop a curse while hustlers zip this vows. Sharper than needles found on IVs for the feeble. Y'all meaning for the sequel and the beast, not even EQ.
Yo, 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 yo. What's goody? How's everybody doing? Damn, it won't let me turn my music down from the headphones. Like, what's up with the maxes, man? Hideout was good. Vatlo was good. Jay Zane was good. Sorry your boy didn't stream last week. Had like a Your boy was in the Bahamas. Your boy was in the Bahamas for a little wedding and whatnot. Ella says graphic design courses don't work. How you overcome? Let me choose like some different like intro music. Like this not my it's not my usual like intro. Nah, I gotta do this one. Gotta do this one. Yeah. That's way better. Let me turn that up for y'all. Damn, I wish I could. Guess I can't turn the music down from the headphones. But yeah, courses don't work. How you overcome? You just gotta get out there and just like do it in real life. Make concept work. Just gotta repetition. Repetition is key. How was it? It was cool. It was straight. It was super straight. Definitely was hyped to get back though. It's like ready to come home. So I could like start back working on the designs, the content. I got too much going on to step away for even a brief second. You know what I'm saying? So I was just thinking about doing this the whole time. The visual pharmacy stuff. Saluk says, "How's Linka? Who is Linka?" But Vatlo says, "Working on this typeface. Can't wait to finish it and put it on Gumroad." Ooh, drop it in the Discord. I love to see that. All right. So today we're going to be working on. I really didn't have anything like really planned for today, so I just came up with this idea. And so I saw this dude. I was just like scrolling on Reels, and I saw this guy named Jacob Hutch make like a Instagram post. Let me see here if I can. Give me one sec. Let me know if that music gets too loud for y'all. It should be good. I'm getting used to the levels. I think everything needs to be a little louder when I watch my videos back. But yeah, y'all just let me know. I'm just tweaking it every other day. But yeah, into the lessons. So I came across this guy, this dude here, Jacob Hutch, who posted like a reel, and it's just it was just him like showing off some like little experiments and whatnot, of him doing like some postage like stamp designs. And so here's some of his work. I thought the reel was like very cool. And I think this is also like a cool style. Also, here's some other stuff that he's done also. There's just these like cool like concept sort of like vinyl like artwork designs, and so I really liked this, and I was just like, yeah, I don't have anything planned for today, so yeah, like this showed up at the perfect place, perfect time, and so yeah, this dude does some really dope work. So yeah, y'all give him a follow, Jacob Hutch. He's inspiring, you know, what we're gonna be doing today, which is designing some postage stamps. And so I just pulled some additional inspiration from Cosmos here, and these are just like, you know, it's like this sort of like dotted like half tone they kind of got going on here. I kind of like this the line work of this. I wouldn't really call that like a half tone, but like this here would be a half tone effect. But yeah, I just really like the way these look, you know what I'm saying? And I like this one specifically because of the shape. So maybe we'll experiment with that and stuff, and just see what we can whip up. You feel me?
God bless the light, Father, tribe, valve of the light. Balance the globe on flight, focal pimp in the stroke, so you know how it go down, yo.
What software is that you use for the mood board? Corey said. This is called Pure Ref. Shout out to the homie Sab Dog for putting me on this. It's just like an infinite canvas. You know what I'm saying? We're just like these are things that we've designed from like previous like live streams, previous design challenges. This is also like some other stuff. Like we designed this right here for the Playboy Cardi like I Am Music like release or whatever, based off of these, which is we're just finding stuff, you know what I'm saying, and just seeing what we could whip up. But yeah, the mood board software or tool is Pure Ref. So shout out Sab Dog for putting me on that. Vatlo says I love circular design, very different medium. Yeah, like I feel like with Instagram I always restrict myself. Like obviously you can see like all of these are 20 by 24 inches, just like that's all I do. And so I thought it would be cool to just kind of experiment with just like some different like formats, for design. I feel like I'm always boxing myself into this like poster format. So that's one thing I'm excited about, like to get into today, just trying out some different like shapes and whatnot as far as like how the stamps look. Saluk says you got a mock-up for that. I do not have a mock-up. I mean, but probably gonna. There's nothing to it really, but what like we could make different shapes within Illustrator. We could get this little like postage stamp around effect around the edge here within Illustrator. Just throw it into Photoshop, throw some texture on it. Boom, you're done. So yeah, we'll walk through the process. It shouldn't be too difficult. Now I like how this one has like the frayed like sort of edges. I don't know if we'll like get around to doing something like that, but that's definitely cool. So yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start vibing, whipping something up. If y'all got like questions for me, you know what I'm saying, just drop them in the chat. I'm watching, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I think I'm gonna just start like whipping something up, you know what I mean? Uh Ella Bari, is that how you pronounce it? I need syllables for that. Never saw a good PSD template for halftone effect. Like native Photoshop halftone doesn't work well. Um, yeah, actually, I mean, I feel like halftone is like pretty simple. I feel like native Photoshop halftone works pretty solid. I mean, I think Black Market has that plugin. I forget the name of it. I'm blanking on it, but I think Black Market has a really solid like half tone, like sort of Photoshop plugin. So maybe check that out. Hideout says, can you critique our designs on Discord? Definitely, I could do that, but I don't have Discord set up on this laptop here, so I'll have to do that like maybe next stream, maybe a different stream next week. Yeah, I've got Discord on my Mac, but I've reserved this laptop like strictly for streaming and whatnot. Or not this laptop, this PC. But yeah, let's whip something up. Let's see. Okay, I will start with project template. Let's go in here. Let me try and like fix my headphones real quick so I can like make sure my audio's right. These aren't working. If it ain't one thing, it's another, right?
The darkness falls away to morning as a lone masked manhunter, the world's greatest detective, delivers 3 agents of a foreign power.
Appreciate all the trouble you went to. You must understand. The experiments we've been conducting here are against our will.
Y'all let me know if the audio is like, as far as like the background music is good. Because if it's solid for y'all, then I won't even like worry about it. Corey says, you think iOS core gonna be big trend heading into 2025? I mean, we're in the thick of 2025 right now. Haven't seen much iOS core. I mean, for real. I think it was just like a quick like micro sort of trend, you know, just specifically like around like sort of like this type of advertising for like brands and whatnot. But I don't know, you know, we'll see. We got some months left. But yeah, y'all let me know if the audio is good, if as far as the background music. I think so. Let me see here. That honestly seems like it's pretty solid for y'all. All right, cool. Let's exit out of this. Let's go in here. All right, if you know me, you know I do not like starting from a blank canvas. So yeah, let's delete all this right here.
We started. Got so much shit to do. Don't even know where to start. Be here forever.
And we can get rid of all that. We don't really need that.
Start here, end up there. As soon as you think something's going on, you start back over.
Move this out the way. All right. All right, so let's see. I think I'm gonna start off with some shapes, like first. Okay. I really just need this right here. Whoops. And let's just do So Luke says, did you read my comment? I think you ignored it. What comment? I think you said, do I have a... Which comment? Christian, what's good, my guy? Or are you talking about the Instagram, maybe like Instagram review? I'm not like signed in to like all my account information and stuff on this laptop or on this PC, so yeah, Instagram isn't gonna let me make it far down anybody's feed for an Instagram review. Maybe next time though. We could definitely like plan for something like that in the future if the people in the Discord, like if y'all want me to just like review y'all's like Instagram like and whatnot, we could definitely do something like that. I want to get the streams to the point to where, you know, we can do like we could like just whip something up and maybe we check out, you know, some designs like in the Discord, you know, just have like different like little segments, you know what I mean? Maybe we review, like talk about some like graphic design, like news or something, or like trending topics in graphic design. So Luke says, have you thought of streaming on YouTube? I mean, on TikTok. I've streamed on TikTok, I think like once, but it wasn't even like a legit stream. It was just like I just hopped on TikTok live, you know, and just was just kind of started talking to people. But I've been thinking about streaming on Twitch. There's this thing called a restream. And I've been thinking about getting that so that I could stream on like multiple platforms, but I'm kind of still like really early with like this like whole streaming thing, you know. So I'm just kind of doing the bare minimum right now as far as like streaming and whatnot, just kind of seeing if it's gonna work out, you know. Like better to focus on one platform, you know, and well, in my case, and in this case, I'd rather focus on one platform, not spread myself too thin. Whoops. There you go. And I feel like those little notches like aren't big enough. We gotta do like some sort of rippled edge effect, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'll figure that out. Okay, let me go back and make these a little bigger. Add a little more space in between. Let's see. Christian says, do you still work on 3D projects with Blender, or you took a little step back from it? Yeah, I took a big step back from doing 3D stuff. It was like more of a hobby, you know, than anything. Like, but you know, kind of had to pivot into what was like actually things I was actually enjoying that were bringing in the income. So yeah, and like I feel like 3D stuff is progressing like so fast nowadays that in the time that it took me to like figure out how to do something, there'd be like a new way of doing it, you know, or a plug-in to drop that completely takes care of it. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, let me just take a step back, and like when I'm ready to get serious about it, like I'll be able to reap the benefits of just like waiting. You know what I'm saying? Fresh says, do you have a sample portfolio? What kind of projects do you usually include when pitching your services? I've got a portfolio. So if you go to, I think it's like thevisualpharmacy.com/swoopnebula-portfolio. So I've done a lot, like I do a lot of like flyer work. I do a lot of like, or I've done a few logos, but yeah, it pretty much ranges. Like I like to call myself like a master of none, pretty much. You know, I don't have like I haven't like really niched down, but I am trying to niche down as far as like the type of clients that I attract. So I want to work with like more nonprofits and stuff. So that's my ideal client. So I'm taking on more nonprofit work from nonprofit organizations and whatnot. So Luke says, you're underrated, not gonna lie. 12 people watching right now. Hey, man, blessed to have that many, you know what I'm saying? Super grateful for anybody that's in here just kind of like chilling right now. We're not doing anything amazing, you know? Elad says 80% of 3D is sorting out bugs, I think. Yeah, I feel like especially when you get into what do you call it? Like the nodes panel and whatnot. Richard J says group the dots and overlap with the shape, then minus it in the Pathfinder. I'm a step ahead of you, my guy. Vatlo says it's hard to convert people watching from IG and stuff. It definitely is. Definitely is. Like sometimes I try not to promote on IG just to like see what the actual engagement is that I get from you know, just the following that we built over here on YouTube. And you know, it's not all that different, you know. Vatlo says streaming might be the hardest social media to grow following. Well, I feel like I'm like I like to stream on YouTube because I feel like not a lot of designers like stream, you know, first off, but Like I feel like a lot of people don't stream on YouTube. When you think of streaming, you think of like Twitch maybe. So Elad says 3D is so complex you can't help but bump into errors / bugs to solve, and you need that help live. Thankfully there's a chance to find help on Discord. These bugs are very case specific, not Googleable. Oh yeah, I remember whenever I was first getting into 3D, I was like trying to learn Cinema 4D. There were like no tutorials or anything out for Cinema 4D, and it was so frustrating. Let me try and figure out like a cool shape to use. I feel like that's pretty. Maybe we could do something like that around the corners, maybe. Nah. Solid. That's solid. I need like more like shapes. More shape ideas. Like what could I do? Maybe something with a star or something. Ooh, that could be cool. Like something like that. Maybe roll the corners back there. Let's duplicate that. I might get a few out of that. Circles might need to be smaller for that one, or for this one. Let's see. That works. Elad says C4D is mad expensive. You gotta be all in on 3D to justify it. Blendifier became the best alternative. Yeah, definitely agree with that. I think Cinema 4D is like kind of made it a little bit more like affordable, but like not by much though. Fresh Steel says have you ever had a corporate design job, or have you strictly worked commission as a graphic designer only? So yeah, I've got like a corporate gig now where but I'm not like a designer there. I'm more like so I do like web design also. Web design and like web development. So like I do that in a day, then like pretty much do this like at night, you know? But yeah, I don't even really work on commission work unless it's like something for like Adobe or somebody. Like I don't like doing like one-off projects. I like working with clients that are like you know, that kind of work like that want to work like long term. So I work like more so on a retainer, you know, retainer to retainer basis, or however you want to call it. Richard says, I'm in the UK. What's good, Richard? Gotta get up for work in the morning. Thanks for the stream. Keep it going. I will rewatch and hopefully see you on the next one. For sure, my guy. Get you some rest. Thanks for rocking with me. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna use like all of these shapes, like, but the more the merrier, you know. Any like interesting shape I'm missing? Like, I'm trying to come up with stuff here, but I mean, could definitely. I feel like doing the star is kind of, I don't know. I feel like doing the star is like expected of me. So let's try something else. Ooh, maybe I could take like one of these. Let's see. Okay, won't let me expand that. It's all good though. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess that was that's pretty solid. I don't like how I was doing the edges of them right there, but it's whatever, I guess. Maybe we don't even end up using that one. But let's take like these and like maybe even this one. Nah. Actually, let's do it this way. Saluk says, take no offense, you sound like is that directed at me? Like, I don't even know what that is, so no offense taken. Okay. Kind of dig this shape here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. That's decent. Let's try. Okay. That's cool. Okay, we're getting some good shapes. Oh, the I'm talking about a lad. Let's not be beefing in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We're all friends here. I want to try like I want to make like see if we can make like some funky like random shapes, you know? Oh, like that's cool. Oh, see, yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Like that's really cool. I like how that one looks. Okay. That's actually pretty cool. For a stamp design, I don't know, but as a shape overall, pretty cool. Kind of like this, because it looks like a little water droplet sort of deal. Let's go ahead and whoops. Let's do our edge effect on these here. Okay. Vatlo says some Y2K-esque. This will be a fun tutorial for Illustrator, like how to make abstract shapes in Adobe Illustrator type video. I've got like a shapes video on YouTube, like that's kind of similar, but it's about tribal shapes though. But I mean, the warp tool is really the sauce for real. Like when it comes to just sort of making random shapes like this, like you can't go wrong with the warp tool. Like, see, that's pretty solid right there. Okay. I'm gonna try like maybe one more. Flag, wave, rise, fish, inflate. Let's try wave. Okay, one more. I'm not satisfied after trying that wave effect there. Let's try flag. Yeah, there we go. That's something cool. Why does this kind of look like Majin Buu? This kind of looks like a. That's funny. I'm not really feeling that shape, but I think we've got enough anyway. Let's go ahead and apply our effect to these. All right, so we've got our shapes. Make a few more. Kind of just want a square shape just to default to. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. All right, officially done with shapes. Oh, I think, yep, that one's unaccounted for, so let's expand that one. These are like pretty much the same, so I'm just gonna choose between. I'm gonna delete that one also. All right. We've got our shapes. I should have kept like the original paths so that I could kind of like do whatever. Like, let's see if we can potentially get those back. Actually, I don't think I will be able to get those back. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to get those back. All good. All right. So now that we have those, all right, let's come over here. Let me just open like a few of these. Let's do like 22. I don't know if it'll open it, but let's just go ahead, click on those as well. We can keep that one open for sure. But let's close out of those. Let's try and open up some different ones. What about poster 30? Well, that is poster 30. Okay, what about 29? I got a feeling it's gonna be the same one. Oh, okay, that's cool. Could potentially use that. All right, whatever this last one is, we're just gonna roll with it. Oh, cool. Okay. I mean, we don't really need that though. So I'll just close. We could use these two as our base pretty much. So let's start here. Wait, cancel. Kid Kuko says, I'm your fan from Indonesia. What's good? What's good? I hope one day to be like you. Don't be like me, bro. Be better than me. Be better than me. I'm just a normal guy, man. That just so happened to get lucky on Instagram and the algorithm showed him some love. But you know, you could take it farther than I ever could. Like, I believe in you, bro. I know you'll be better. All right, let's see. All right, so got poster 31 open. Okay. All right, so actually let's like box that into like let's put all that in a folder. Might want to use that effect. All right, maybe we should throw this in a square format. All right, I kind of want to just lay the groundwork for what this for what the stamp sort of effect is gonna look like. So let's actually just start with just like the simplest shape here, you know? Or actually, let's do the square shape here. Adam Mays, what's good? And I believe if I take this, throw a white background behind it. Oh, actually, there we go. Okay, I just need to see like oh, not that close up. There we go. That works. Vatlo says, I wonder why Photoshop doesn't have similar working area or artboard as Adobe Illustrator and InDesign. Like you could have stuff lying around the working space. I know you can sort of do it with Photoshop artboards, but it's clunky. Yeah, I was just gonna say that it is. You can do it, but it's weird to kind of play around with. Like I'll check it out. Like once I edit this and get this done. So okay, torn edge here. Let's mess with this a little bit. Okay. Hmm. So yeah, but you can so let's go here. Like I can convert this into an artboard. I mean, it's really weird to like play around with, but let's try this one actually. So like I can take this and just artboard from layers. Smooth those out. Okay, that's weird. I mean, proves the point of it being like extremely difficult to like play around with, like for real. Like I do wish that it was just kind of like a little more like free flowing, you know what I mean? Kuko says, which one you prefer to use, Mac or Windows? I've been using Mac for a long time. So like, you know, just naturally, like I'm gonna just like lean a little bit more towards Mac, but like since I've been using like Windows, like with the PC build, you know, it's been smooth, especially for streams. But oh, where'd all my stuff go? Oh, I think I backed out too far. It's all good. Just grab this. And let me, yeah, convert those into a smart object again, and let's try this sort of like edge effect. I'm just kind of coming up with this effect like as I go. Like I have no idea what I'm doing right now. But we're gonna figure something out. Kinda cooking, kinda cooking. Okay, let's see what that does. That's kind of doing something. I mean, that's the stamp effect. That's not even the torn edges right there. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Yo, Angel, what's good? What's good? What's good? Okay, that's looking pretty solid. Okay, we are kinda cooking with this. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. D-boy, yo, what's good? That's pretty solid. I think I'm gonna just roll with that, to be honest. Maybe we could try out like I don't know, like photocopy. Oh no, that looks horrible. All right, that works. Ooh, we could also potentially like maybe like throw this in a group. And throw a threshold. Oh yeah, see, yeah, that's kind of cool. Kind of pick and choose where we want the effect at a little bit. So it all doesn't look the same, you know? Just adds a little variety to it, you feel me? Now that is solid. Then I can Yeah, let's wait, I need to like optimize this for like the other shapes. I mean, yeah, I think this is optimized. I think this is fine. Just got to, let's do solid color. And then how can I get this to update along with Sword says, what's your thoughts on AI and graphic designers having no job soon? I mean, I don't think AI is like ever fully replacing graphic designers. Like, you know what I mean? I think, I feel like we've sort of seen the effects of it, and it hasn't really like I definitely say it's made an impact, but as far as like job security in graphic design, people are always going to need graphic designers. But I think maybe like that lower end like spectrum of like clients, like the people, you know, the people that'll hire a designer to do design work, if they opt in for AI over a graphic designer, then like they were gonna, they were always gonna do that. And if that is that the client that you want to have, you know what I mean? Like somebody's that ultimately just looks at your work and says like or looks at you as a designer and just says, yeah, like I could just have AI do it. Well, I don't think that's the client that you want. I mean, I've definitely seen how AI can like help designers, you know what I mean? And I think we all have, but it's just about finding like that happy middle ground, of like what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Yeah, I don't like there's too much like going on with graphic design for AI to like fully replace designers. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Let's see here. Oh, I could actually just do this. Haha. There we go. And all right, pretty much have my shape now. I wonder if I apply like bevel and emboss to this. No, I think it's doing it to the entire like actually I think it's might be getting overwritten by, yeah, it's doing it to the entire layer. You said Vatlo says you could add 2 drop shadows and move it a few pixels for highlights and shadows. I had like I know what I want to do. I just want to like, it's just finding a way to make this sort of like chain here optimized so that I can just kind of go into the smart object, replace the vector sort of stamp here, and then it updates with like all the effects. So just trying to figure out, I mean, I could go in and like maybe duplicate this. No, I can't do that. I mean, that might be the only way, to be honest. Let's see. Let me try it. Actually, yeah, I'll have to move that outside of here so that I can maybe I just have to update it for like every single one, but that'll be fine. Let's remove this so it's not confusing us. And then let me pull this out. I wonder if I just convert this into a smart object, which the background should be removed from this. I remove the okay, let me just try this right here. Vatlo says, what are you trying to do? I'm trying to get like a bevel and emboss around this, but I don't want to have to like redo that bevel and emboss every time I like add in a new shape. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Source says, bro, you look like a young Derrick Rose. I used to, when I first started like posting videos, like graphic design videos on TikTok, like people used to say that all the time. Like, it was bad. Like, a lot of the comments wouldn't even be design related. They'd just be like, Derrick Rose, question mark. But yeah, let me stop playing around actually and just go in here. grab this, pull this out. What? Okay. Bevelin boss about the whole shape. Yeah, yeah. I was just trying to do it in a way that was just like kind of like hurting my brain. So I just gonna do it in the normal way. I can actually do it all here actually. And then let's actually normal. Yeah, don't be judging my my design decisions right now. I don't exactly know what I'm doing. Who am I kidding? Maybe we just need to throw some texture on it. You know what I'm saying? Let's give up on that. Let's come back to it. User 125 says you got a photo scan reference of similar stamps. Yeah, like was kind of looking at these. I mean, maybe all we need is like an inner glow, sort of like for areas that have color, where it's sort of like faded around the edge. So maybe we don't need like a bevel and emboss. So yeah, maybe we'll play around with that. But okay. Let me get rid of this actually. Let me just like make this a little more simpler for me. Okay, that's not doing anything. Then I wonder if I'd throw this on top of this will. Oh, yep. Okay, cool. That works. Perfect. All right. Let's grab some texture. Well, this is more like construction paper. These kind of feel a little more soft. Like that one kind of has like a sort of like a fabric sort of look to it, as well as this one. Do I have a texture like that? Let's see. Mixed media warehouse, punk revival textures, maybe. Oh no, those aren't what we're looking for. These aren't bad. That could actually work right there. Yeah. I like that. Okay. Let's leave those out of the group bin, since I can't create a clipping mask. And maybe I can lift this over. Oh no, it actually has to be this way. Okay. Then this will sort of be our color adjustment here. Whoops. Maybe let's do and get rid of this one here. Hmm. User125 says, feel like halftones are the thing that's really gonna make it look like a stamp versus paper cutout in a stamp shape. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, these well, these don't have like a halftone sort of effect, do they? That looks more like just threshold. But this one definitely, and like this one for sure. We'll see though. I feel like that's gonna be the easiest part because we all know how to do like a halftone effect, right? But a lot of us don't know how to make sort of like this like stamp sort of effect from scratch. So that's where the real value is. Maybe I can make this a little darker here. If I could do like around there, and then yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Whoops. Just brighten our edges over here a little bit. Just play around with this to get something I like, and then could also tone this back a little bit. There we go. That's looking really good. As far as the detail we've got in there, that's looking pretty solid. I think we're good on texture for now. All right. Now I should be able to sort of adjust this to be pretty much any similar color. Okay. Cool. All right, now for the imagery. The imagery, the layout.
The darkness falls away to morning as a lone masked manhunter, the world's greatest.
All right, so I got some images of MF Doom here, so let's kind of see. I mean, maybe I'll just let's see if I can. There we go. Yeah, that works. This image is pretty dope. Let's grab that. Whoops. Maybe I'll smoothing it out a little bit. And let's see.
We started.
Hmm.
Got so much shit to do. Don't even know where to start. Be here forever. I think that's the plan, you know. Start here, end up there. Soon as you think something's going on, you start back over. It's never gonna be the same.
And really not a fan of the threshold.
I ain't complaining though.
Let's try that half tone.
Really wouldn't have it any other way.
Color half tone.
Every day you wake up, your destiny depends on what you do. Sometimes I roll one when I'm stressed out, and sometimes I roll two. Hear people saying shit about the way I am, but I know that ain't true. At times I feel like I'm all by myself, and I know you do too. I make some phone calls and check emails, cause I'm always grinding. Ain't no rush, I do things slow, cause it's all about timing. Some people think when you get to this point in life, you made it. I seen so many settle for less, that's when talent get wasted. I ain't there, but if I can, I'ma try to be perfect. And for those who riding with me,
Vatlo says try like 24 at least, 24 size at least for the color half tone.
it's better for the stress. I just
Let's see.
woke up, I don't get sleep. Boy, my schedule's a mess. Man, I work hard. Shit. Man, I work hard. Man, I work hard. Literally, nigga. Get your bags, let's go. Man, I work hard. We on, nigga. It ain't no game. It ain't no game without being no pain. It ain't no game. It ain't no game without being no pain. It ain't no game. It ain't no game without being no pain. Man, I work hard.
Kind of want to just try it black and white.
Just wrote another one.
Let's see.
Just got another check. About to thumb through another one. Falling asleep on the plane. No bed to play, come a one.
Maybe
Don't care if it make you uncomfortable. Hardly spend nights at the crib. Homie, this just how I live.
did I miss one? I think I'm.
Go hard for myself. I got a wife and a kid. I don't ever question the biz, nigga. It is what it is. You niggas ain't killing shit. No, you niggas ain't killing shit. Nothing. What they doing, they say nothing. Where they going, they say nothing. Call my phone, it ain't nothing. I smoke a lot, but don't judge me. Probably wake up earlier than all of you niggas. Motherfuckers always hated the squad, but all hate motherfuckers always hating that. And I work hard. Man, I work hard. Man, I work hard. Man, I work hard. Goddamn, like, what you want me to say? Man, I work hard.
I'm just trying random numbers here.
It ain't no game.
Let's try 16 again.
Man, I work hard.
Okay, it's not doing much. Oh, I'm tripping. Forgot to make it black and white. That's why it's not, like, obviously. Okay, let's do Let's do it back at 24. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we cooking. Maybe like drop that in there. Kind of just need to find an angle somewhere where the image can shine. Honestly, sort of like let's see. Throw that right there. And then if we come into here, they might not let me do this, but let's try it. If we can just make this area white, we can get sort of like a natural sort of gradient. Oops. Yeah, see, yeah. We gotta save it back down. Hopefully that doesn't damn, I gotta export it too. All right, Hail Mary. Okay, we cooking. Let's do it again. Let's keep going. Yeah, that's looking pretty solid. Let's do it like all around. Now we're getting carried away. Does that look good? Actually, not as good as that, for real. So yeah, delete that. We can exit that. And then, all right, so this is our preset pretty much for our image, which I'll do something like that. Actually, let's leave it like pretty close to black and white there. Like that is pretty solid. Pine tree green. Like around there maybe. Ooh, you cooking. You cooking with that one. Yeah, that's solid. Let's do that. All right, so do we got any texture shining through on that? No, we don't. All right, so let's just grab like one of these here.
probably deserve to be the richest. I waited longer than everybody. I probably told that hoe I miss her. She probably sound for everybody. Just 'cause I laugh don't mean it's true. Shit got
Oh,
me
what just
fucking
happened?
meaning with you. You probably lie right to my face. I made you think I'm believing you.
Okay. All right, that's our. Okay, cool.
I miss some track house, felt like rapes, and ain't even know what I was speaking to. Really a rapper, but I'm with the wolves, 'cause I know they got dreams too. We had fell out, the whole world seen it. They had told me to leave you. Went back home and I got rich, and then they said I needed you. So and so said I gave out bad energy, but that's just my friend group. I stopped talking to her 'cause she's mad.
Halftone doesn't perform well with like the blending modes here.
I'm so out of space. All my means gotta be at 3 a.m. Same nigga slime me out. Be the same nigga that laugh at me. I'ma go MIA. I'ma come right back with more rags for me. I can't feel my face. I can't feel my face. No gravity. Whole way in my way. But it's a few that's on the ride with me. I'm so out of space. I'm so out of space. Forgot about gravity. I can't feel my.
I don't even know if I like the way that sort of looks.
I can't feel my face. No gravity.
Let's see what that's looking like. Okay, that's pretty solid. But kind of like it with that extra detail, to be honest. So let's just run with that. Then maybe we can like crunch the texture in here a little bit. So that it's like really shining through there. Yeah, that's looking solid. See, before, after. Like our darker areas are really getting a lot of texture there, which is super dope. All right, so we've got our template for replacing the image. We've got our template for, I'm gonna call this just like, you know, shape, I guess. And then let's just see if we can recycle something, like see if we can recycle this right here for the text, you know. Might honestly be, let's see, probably and then whoops. Okay, let's put this back in there. Nope, we were on the right track by removing it. So all right, let's close this. And let me go ahead and update this text here. So we can get rid of all of this. Oh, I've got to have one layer in. That's why I can't delete. And let's just try throwing in like throwing some text in there, just seeing what happens. Boom. Save that. All right, now that's what we have. I don't know if I like that texture, but I do want something like around this though. I mean, maybe I could also give this a halftone effect. Let's try it. 16. Let's try again.
It's King Ghidra, combined with the forces of non-ether, blowing woofers and tweeters, shaking syllable meters. Disasters cataclysmic, mystic natural. It's about time we hit you with some substances actual. I got a gift called hip-hop prophecy since 2003.
That might be a little too much going on.
Scientists broke the code of the Gregorian calendar, defying laws of space and time, trying to trace my lines. Hold up, respect.
Maybe.
Digital rolling, my whole crew roll with BS. Type to master this whole universe in 3 steps. We stretch across their
That's actually pretty cool. Just putting it around it, just being selective about where we place it. Only thing is you can't really see all that detail, so let's bring it up to 24 maybe. Now we cooking. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. It's now we are cooking. Now we are cooking. And then let's throw solid color gradient over this. I don't think that I can map it to this threshold, can I?
First class diplomatic status, stagma flagged in overstanding the plan. Boss can identify, camera shot, streets watch, time X clocks, punch lunch on the dot, 5 minutes to rock. So we blue block crews, it's old news how we do.
Yeah, that works. We could make that work. Now we just need some texture somewhere on this, or somewhere within the text.
But every time I cross the thin line between yours and mine, see it's part of my design. Shifting paradigm, yin and yang combined. Must be out your mind. Think your star would never shine. Props do. Focus with a hawk's eye view. I'm all that a plantain and some Italians do. Getting spinach, Greenwich, ATL to Venice. Even Abercrombie figures open off this verb elixir. Magnetic attraction. Raw as Millie Jackson. Straight open in the captions. Here comes a Hicks and Braxton. Lyrical contraction.
Ricardo says put a gradient map over it. Let me cook, gang. I'm getting to the gradient map. Us designers love our gradient map. We love our texture, and we love our grain. So how could I forget to throw a gradient map over this? I mean, maybe not this one, but definitely like the next one. I think this one is pretty solid. Yeah, this just needs like texture. So I mean, I could honestly just oh no, can I not do that? Okay. Maybe if I knock out shallow. Oh, okay. Guess that doesn't work. Jay-Z says, man, his swoop bag, we gotta let him cook. Okay, let's do normal. Okay, yeah, that's being weird. But we got a weird setup, so what do you expect? Let's just find a texture to throw over the top of this. Actually, I don't think texture... I mean, we could throw a master texture over everything pretty much, so... Let's do... Let's grab like one of our like ray flyer textures. I think this will do. Well, we don't have any I don't have a darker texture or like a gray texture in there, so let's maybe grab one of those. Okay, didn't let me bring it. All right. Okay, there we go. Let's get a little closer here so we can see the texture we're putting on this. Let's try making it like a little gray so that we can get like our neutral tones. Whoops. And honestly, I can close. No, actually, I still need those. Still need that open. Ricardo says,
Appreciate all the trouble you went to. You must understand.
linear dodge looks crazy.
Conducting here are again.
Yeah, well, let me get, what was up with that? Let me see. Oh, I changed it up so I can't even really see it. That might be good. All right, we just need to there we go. Oh yeah, it's only mapped to the text now, so that's good. So now we can kind of like oh, whoops. My PC is like, bro, you're really pushing me to the limit here. Okay, that's solid. All right, throw it on a black background. Wait, why can't I throw it on a black background?
We started.
Okay, image, that's removed. Okay, it's got to be something in here.
Got so much shit to do. Don't even know where to start.
Okay.
Be here forever. I think that's the plan, you know. Start here, heading up there. Soon as you think something's going on, you start back over. It's never gonna be the same.
Interesting. Okay, so maybe I gotta do all of this and then let's just there we go. Just gotta nudge it just a little bit. Dope. All right, that's one down. That's one down. This will now, like, the rest of them will be a breeze pretty much. Yeah, I'm just gonna run through the same process, different shapes, but I gotta use the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
My schedule's a mess. Man, I work hard. Goddamn.
another one. Just got another check. About to thumb through another one. Falling asleep on the plane. No bed to play, come with one. Young nigga holding it down. Don't care if it make you uncomfortable. Hardly spend nights at the crib. Homie, this just how I live. Don't even go hard for myself. I got a wife and a kid. I don't ever question the biz, nigga. It is what it is. You niggas ain't killing shit. No, you niggas ain't killing shit. What they doing, they say nothing. Where they going, they say nothing. Call my phone, it ain't nothing. I smoke a lot, but don't judge me. Probably wake up earlier than all of you niggas. Motherfuckers always hated the squad, but all hating motherfuckers always hating that. Now work hard. Cause. Man, I work hard. Man, I work hard. Damn, like, what you want me to say? Man, I work hard. It's what I do. It ain't no game. It ain't no game. No game without being no pain. It ain't no game. It ain't no game. No game without being no pain. It ain't no game. It ain't no game. No game without being no pain. God is saving me. Man, I work hard.
Don't know if you got a girl. Don't mean to disrespect, but thoughts of you rule my world. I even dream of you, I swear. Visions of you and I. See you all around my way. Been meaning to say hi, but I'm just way too shy. I gotta make you see this is more than just a silly crush. And I wonder if you even notice me. You gotta feel me. I love you good. Just wanna be your girl. All alone at night, I harbor feelings for you, holding my pillow tight. Sometimes I even touch myself, imagining your pleasure, baby. Next time I see you, I'm gonna walk right up to you and say what's on my mind. I gotta make you see this is more than just a silly crush. Wonder if you even notice me. You gotta feel me.
All right, we back. We back. Sorry, I had to get some more coffee. But user 125 says there's small dots from that layer effect. Which layer? Let me see. Oh, like talking about the black dots here. Is it that's doing it? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can troubleshoot this. Also, like, where's this like gray here coming from? All right, so let's move that back there. Okay, so it's on the shape. So it must be... yeah, whatever that is right there, it's grabbed. Oh, actually that's coming from the filter gallery. So let's go back in there and remove these little things. I don't even think that they're contributing in any way. So let's 32. Oh, actually that's not on. There we go. 15. There we go. Let's boost that up. That should take care of it. I could like troubleshoot this more because I don't know what like that is, but it's not worrying me all that much. Hmm. Yeah, I won't worry about that. Actually, I think I know what it is. It might be, is it that? No. Yeah. That's what it is. Be right back. Be right back, chat. All right. Duty calls. Got time for one more. All right. Let's try and whip something up real quick. Cool. Okay, so I like what we have here. Let's try a different shape. Actually, yeah, let's try a different shape. I'm gonna try a unique looking shape. So maybe like I'm leaning towards like one of these potentially. Like this one looks like a stamp. I don't know how this is gonna play out though. So let's save this. All right, we're still saving. Save as 31. Yeah, definitely. Ricardo says, how did you make the perforated thingy for the stamps? Are you talking about like the I did it in Illustrator. So let me see. I think I deleted it, but yeah. So if you just kind of like go in and take like your pen tool or pencil tool, whatever you want to call it, whatever. I'm just gonna make this little squiggly here. Maybe let's go to path smooth. Just smoothing that out, just because. Go here. Let's increase the size of that stroke. Then come into stroke and then go to dash lines. Make sure your caps and corners are rounded, and then zero out the dash, and then just add in the gap here, and that just changes the gap. But since your caps and corners are rounded, it ends up looking like a circle. And whatever shape you make, you can just sort of take this thing, like if I do a square right here, you can already see that coming in. If you increase the point size of the stroke, it makes the circles bigger. And then, you know, let's say kind of want to do a square sort of postage stamp effect. I can just, well, I mean, there it is, but I was gonna, there it is with the circles being white and then having your fill be black. But if you want to make it like permanent, because right now if I drag this over, you can kind of see it, but since I'm on a white background, it, you know, illusions. And so yeah, if I just expand that and then come over to window, let's see, Pathfinder there, and then just hit that, boom, there you go. And then you know, to make it look a little bit more funky, you can sort of like add a drop shadow around it or blur it, sort of you know, crystallize it, apply a white background, merge them together, go into filter gallery, and then apply a torn edge effect, and you can get something like this. But yeah, let me all right, let's put our like template sort of thing to the test here. So our shape lives here. All right, so let's go in here and see if we can just replace this this shape. All right, then let's paste layer style. Let's increase the size of that a little bit. Save. Then if this works like we set it up to, like we expect it to work, then, oh, that's got a long time to update. But yeah, it should update our entire effect there, so that we only have to mess around with the image and then mess around with like some different text or something. All right, so just about. Okay, I think we just have to make the shape size a little smaller, maybe. All right, let's try doing that from here. It's just everything is like clipping mask like together, so if the shape kind of bleeds over the edge a little bit, since we use the square, like it's gonna look all funky. So let's see if we can update this and make that look a little better. Yeah, see, that's looking pretty solid. Just gotta make it a little smaller. What can I do with this shape? It's like all out of place. Let's there we go. Text around the borders. I was thinking that. Maybe image sort of like in the center. All right, so let's hide this because it's let's hide all of that right there. Actually, yeah, let's hide that. And then let's go into our shape here. Or our image, actually. Haha, there we go. That needs to come all the way out to the edge. Cool. That's solid. All right. Let's do black. And then let's go ahead and bring this back in just so we can sort of line it back up. All right, let's find a different image to work with. I feel like this one is tough. This one is also cool. But I mean, for like the image being in the center, like this is kind of like I can visualize this working. Well, this one is, I actually really like this. Let's try this one. Yeah, let's snag that right there. Oh, they're gonna make me merge it? Okay, I really don't need to do that. So, well, actually, there's a good bit of effects applied to this, and I'm being lazy right now, so let's just go ahead and do that. That's actually like pretty dope. Nah, actually, let's try a different image. Let's try a different image. Maybe like let's do like a classic one like this right here. See, that's tough. That's tough. Okay, we're cooking. We're cooking now. I mean, should I do like close up? I feel like close up is tough. Jay Zane says Danger Doom. User 125 says, I don't know why, but the text is reminding me of Eminem's album Encore. LOL. Wonder if it's the same font. Yeah, potentially. Let me check it out. Oh yeah, that is, those typefaces are very similar. It's that boxy sans serif that's got like that like kind of extended look to it that's just like almost kind of like has a little like sci-fi feel to it kind of. Oh, be right back. Be right back, chat. All right, we back. All right, let's figure out something with this text here. So I think my best bet is gonna be, I think this is the shape that we used. So maybe I should have gotten the path for it earlier, but let's try. That's pretty solid. If anything, I kind of like the bumpiness of it. It makes it look a little more natural. So, yeah, let's grab this and let's go ahead and let's maybe just do our text over here. Let me see if I can find like a quotable from MF Doom. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe MF Doom one-liners. Let's try that. Okay, I think I got something. Let's see. Okay. Okay. This is a good placeholder. I'm not in love with this one, but all right, let's just use this. Maybe I'll come back to it. We'll see. I actually need like something maybe longer than this. I don't This might be too. Yeah, I gotta find some more. Borderline schizo. Let me see. That's a funny bar. I don't know if I'm gonna use that one though. Let me I'm looking at it like off screen here. It's like let's see. MF Doom. Let's see. I mean, maybe I could do like one quote at the top, one at the bottom, or like one like bar, like, or at the top, one at the bottom. Okay, let's try. Actually, I kind of like this one now. So let's put that there. Doesn't have to be perfect. And let's get that font right there. Or typeface for all my typography nerds in here. Why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's take this, spin it around here. I feel like this needs to be like it's a little smaller there. Just to establish some hierarchy. And this might actually work well. So let's just see. Oh, actually, should be clicking into this. There we go. Okay. We just need to lift that up. Increase the size of it a bit. And we can just come in here with the brush.
Your face is the first thing people see when they meet you. Let us see your face too. Please.
Okay, now let's sort of add some of those, some of that halftone sort of goodness back in here. That's actually really solid. That's actually, I love this. I feel like this like color palette works so well. I mean, that sort of red color we got just works. I wonder if anything else would like look good over it. Maybe we could do like let's see, just to add a little bit of flair to it. Let's see. Oh, whoops, I don't know what I did there, but just make sure we didn't do anything. Oh, actually, I wanted the inverse of this. There we go. Okay, I think I got that wrong. There we go. And let's find our shape. Don't know if it's letting me grab it, but we'll see. Yep. Okay, that works. Yeah, like something like this, like it's kinda what I'm looking for. So let's change the color of this a little bit. Maybe not with difference. Maybe with like color dodge looks good. Maybe with just color. Let's just do that. And maybe scale that back a little bit. There we go. That's sort of more what I'm looking for. And then let's do our blending options. Blending options, like the blend if feature here, is like goated. Like don't sleep on these little options here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I dig that. Just gives it a little bit of something, you know? Dope. All right, let's save this. Any day now. I mean, we can honestly close out of this. I mean, nah, actually, I'll leave this open. Because maybe we'll do like a part 2, and I'll save that for later. This one is so fire. I just like that standard, like that recognizable like stamp shape. Just can't beat it.
The darkness falls away to morning as a lone masked manhunter, the world's greatest detective, delivers 3 agents of a foreign power.
Appreciate all the trouble you went to. You must understand. The experiments we've been conducting.
All right, chat. Here's our whips for the day. Let's get a good shot of that. That's solid. There we go. All right, those are our whips. Those are our whips. Maybe I'll do like a part 2. Like if y'all like the if y'all enjoyed this one, maybe I'll do like a part 2. Maybe we'll do like, you know, different musicians or something. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. I like the idea of this one. I do want to see like more though, you know. It's cool though. But this one, we cooked with this one. This one is fire. I didn't get a chance to throw like a gradient map over the top of it though, just to see what it would look like with that. But you know, maybe next time. We'll get to it next time. But yeah, man. We just about 3 hours in. Like, 8 minutes shy of 3 hours. We've been cooking. We've been cooking today. But man, I'm about to hop up off of here. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day or the rest of your night, wherever you at. Yeah, thank y'all for rocking with me. We'll be back on next week, Sunday, around the same time. If not, 3 Central Time. Maybe we'll do like 7. So yeah, see y'all in the next one. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Peace.